All right, before we jump in, just the usual quick reminder. This is all for educational and informational purposes. It is not financial advice, so please always do your own research. Okay, let's get right into it. Welcome, everyone, to a pretty special live action report. We are analyzing day 78 of the Plasm Protocol, and we are right in the middle of the largest token unlock in its entire history. And yeah, I'm not kidding when I say we're in the middle of it. We are literally documenting this thing as it's happening, giving you a snapshot right from inside the storm. So here we are, day 78, and the protocol is facing, well, its biggest stress test ever. And this number, wow, this really shows you the scale of what we're looking at. We've only seen the tip of the iceberg here. A full 90%. 90% of the token unlock is still coming. So everything, the entire outcome, is going to be decided in this super narrow window. We're talking about the next 2.5 hours. That's it. To put some actual numbers on that for you, out of about 2.4 million tokens that are supposed to be released, we've only seen about 256,000 hit the market so far. That means, over 2.1 million are still waiting in the wings. Okay, so with all that pressure building up, there is one piece of data that's sending a really powerful and, honestly, a totally counterintuitive signal. We have to talk about eShare. All right, so check this out. This is where it gets really interesting. Plasm, as you'd probably expect, is down about 20% with all this unlock pressure. Makes sense, right? But look at its liquidity partner, eShare. It's not just holding its ground, it's up a whopping 30%. That's not what you'd expect to see. And this is the key thing right here. This is not typical crash behavior. Not at all. In a real panic, you'd see both assets just tank together. This split, this divergence, it suggests something totally different is going on. It's almost like the market is getting ready for recovery, not just hitting the panic button and selling everything off. And just to show you how strong that signal is, yesterday, eShare was sitting at $6.59. Today, in the middle of this huge event, it's popped all the way up to $8.08. That's a $1.50 game. It really hammers home the idea that the liquidity pair itself is getting stronger under all this stress. So, while the market is throwing us these curveballs, the protocol itself isn't just a passive observer. Let's take a look at how its automated defense systems have really kicked into high gear. The protocol's defense mechanism, the buy, burn, build, or BBB, has reacted, well, exactly how it was supposed to. Yesterday, it was using 1% of its available USDC for buybacks. Today, seeing the pressure, it's automatically ramps that up to 2%. And that's the big takeaway, right? Simple, but so powerful. The protocol's defense level has literally doubled in response to what's happening in the market. It's proof that the system is working, doing its job. And that defense fund, it's not small. The total value sitting in the buy pools right now is over $62,500. And get this, that's up by more than $5,800 since yesterday. So the system is actually building its war chest during the event. Okay, now for another really unexpected sign of strength. This one's coming from the very heart of the protocol, its yield engine. While the defenses are holding the line, the engine itself is, well, it's actually growing. Just look at this number, 310. In just one day, a record-smashing 310 new bonds have been created. We have never, ever seen a single-day increase that big in this protocol. And here's why that is so critical. More bonds means the protocol can generate more yield over the long run. That creates buying pressure, it helps soak up all these new tokens, so even while it's under all this crazy short-term pressure, the protocol's core ability to create value isn't just surviving, it's actively expanding. It's getting stronger. All right, let's pull all these threads together and focus on what really matters right now, the final, most intense phase of this unlock that's just around the corner. So far, if you look at the token distribution, things have been incredibly stable. The staking rate is holding steady at 60%, liquid supply is super tight at just 3%. But, and this is a huge but, this is the picture before that main wave of over 2.1 million tokens has even landed. So, as we head into these final crucial hours, these are the questions we need to be asking. Is that 60% staking rate going to hold up? Can the price stay above that 6-cent floor? And maybe most importantly, will that incredible strength we've seen in eShare actually last? You know, this is it. This is the central question. Everything we've seen so far, the price action, the defenses kicking in, the surprising growth, it's all been a prequel to this moment. So to wrap up this midday report, the first 21 hours, they've shown a really controlled decline, and it's been propped up by this unexpected strength in eShare and the protocol's core engine. But the biggest test, the one that determines if this restaking pattern can hold at this massive scale, that's still to come. The real story, the final outcome, will be written in the next 2.5 hours. We'll be watching.